Oops. Yeah. Yes. Hit the Tyson band. Up off net. I haven't seen you guys in a long time. Up off net. What's up, my people? This is ShowBizz. Don't. All right, man. Look, look at who we have here. Who's up here? Aunt B. What's going on with you? PDs. What's going on with you? Well, Grim, whoops. All right, man, Lord. First, I want to say this. I am back. It's only been like a day. I saw you guys Sunday. It's just, you know what I mean? This community, we're so close. I haven't seen you guys in a long time. I love seeing you, boy and girls. What's going on with y'all? What up, ShowBizz? What's going on with you, Angel? Who else we got? ShowBizz, the big head. What's going on with you? That's my girl. Who else we got? 50 and 1. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna let the light in. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys know this. Hold on, wait a second. 50 and 1 isn't accurate, but we've been saying it. Everybody's been saying hashtag 50 and 1. Okay, let's start breaking this down a little bit. Hold on. I don't have Twitter fingers. I have one Twitter finger. The rest is going to be this. All right, we're going to talk about, because I did not do the aftermath. I always do the aftermath Monday, but I had to do the parody. You guys see the parody? Hey, the parody was hilarious. Okay, me acting like Floyd Mayweather doing a parody of that post press conference. That was hilarious, bro. And that's the coconut milk latte. Clearly a Floyd hater. He's one of my favorite fighters, but I'm going to help your feelings. There's going to be a lot of people here who love Floyd Mayweather, who feelings need. I'm going to make sure your feelings are intact. Okay. I do love Floyd. Floyd is one of my favorite fighters ever. I don't have to be in love with him. Like, I don't have to. I can tell the truth because Floyd isn't me. So I can tell the truth, but we'll go through that. Everybody whose feelings hurt, you know, talking about the millions of dollars. My man here, and I'm going to need you, Tute, for TV. 50 million for 24 minutes of work. Sound like a win to me. How much of that did you get? You like applauding other guys? Strong J. Oh my, applaud other guys when they do other things too. When they got nice bodies. Oh, he got a nice body. Strong J. Go ahead, Tute. How much of that 50 million you get? Whoa! What did you get? Huh? A Showtime app crash? What did you get? Did you watch the fight, illegally stream it? What did you get? What did you get? Cheer on everything of other guys that you're impressed by. Cheer them on. Nice pants. Woo! I don't need any. I'm happy for my brother. Good. I'm happy for him too. I am happy that he got a lot of money. I'm happy for him. Now let's talk about the sport. Can we talk about the sport, or can we only talk about money? Here we go. Tute, for TV. What if, I'm going to ask you guys, especially my man who just all about money. What if I sell out? What if I sell out and somebody just gives ShowBizz a bunch of money to speak in a biased manner? I'm only going to speak for whoever giving me money because I'm a puppet master. Would you applaud my money if I'm giving you a bad product? Would you applaud my money if everything I say, it has an agenda? I'm only talking about for whoever puppeteering me. Let's say I get $1 million a year to say whatever they want me to say, like a slot machine. Would you love my money? Would you love my money? If I only just was handing stuff under the table and I gave you a bias, not even my thoughts anymore, would you love my money? How about the product you're receiving? You will ignore the product I'm giving you and just love my money. Are you only about money? How about if your woman, okay, was just put on the street and was coming home? Your mama, your sister was just coming home and bringing a bunch of money and was putting herself out there. We say, whoa, no integrity, no soul, nothing about your legacy, the stuff that's worth things, but you're bringing the money in. Whoa! Would that be you? Is that how you are? That's how you are, Playboy. I feel you. We're made of different things here. Now, we can talk about his money. If you guys want this to be a money live stream, how much money Floyd's making? Let me count the ways. Hit the Tyson bell. I'm a fan of just watching his bank account, which I can't see. Or can we talk about the product, the service in which what we saw? Let's analyze that. Was it hurting the sport when Ali and Sugar Ray did it? No, he didn't hurt the sport. Who are you talking to? People in the war room? Talk to me. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. They helped the sport. I will explain how. That was a huge thing, positive for the sport of boxing. You got to talk to me. Talk to me. Okay? I know you just want to take up for Floyd, but what we do here in this community is we just speak unbiasedly. We speak evenly. I can say things that's not so good. That product was shit. Hit the Tyson bell. Okay? But it wasn't bad for the sport, and he did make a lot of money. Can we bring up the good and the bad? Nothing is all one way. Floyd isn't all bad. He isn't all good. No one is. Hit the Tyson bell. So let's talk about it 360. Let's give the 360 analysis here. Let's give the 360 analysis here. There you go, Sully. Let's have common sense. Let's not get our feelings hurt. Let's have common sense. You're not Floyd today. You're not Floyd. It's okay. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Just 360 analysis here. Okay? Now look, here's what I want to say. How I was going to start. Okay? Aries got shown. There you go. This is why it's not bad for the sport. My man right here. Aries got shown. He beat Jarrett Swift hard in front of millions of people. We just saw Aries. Who is he? That's why it wasn't bad for the sport. It was great for the sport. It was great for the sport. A new member. Baby. Hurd got beat for the pugilist. You saw Hurd get beat. Right? It was right before the fight. Everybody know who Aries is now. Aries on the biggest stage. He beat Jarrett Hurd. And they got it right. They judged it right. They judged it right. Boxing shined. The underdog, the nobody, the Rocky story. He beat Jarrett Hurd and they judged it right. Boxing got it right in front of a extremely trending viral situation. Boxing shined. ShowBizz, mad a fight between a 4 or 5-year-old and an amateur wasn't amazing. Oh, what surprise. Well, I paid money for it, okay? But that's not what I'm talking about. See, listen, Tute, for TV. We have to do, brother, instead of trying to just say what I'm thinking, listen to what I'm thinking and respond to that. You're guessing. See, you're a bag lady. You're taking your bags from bad past relationships and you're bringing it into ours. Listen to me, brother. Hear me out first before you start grabbing your bags from other platforms and guessing what I'm going to say about it. Shut your ass up. In layman's terms, listen first, then talk. Now, this is what I'm going to say. Floyd Mayweather isn't 50-1. He isn't. He's 50-0. As a professional fighter in his career, he's 50-0. But in this environment, he's 0-1. Hit the Tyson bell. He's 0-1 because for this exhibition, what was they fighting for? For this exhibition, what was they fighting for? There was no judges. What was the victory? They told you what the victory was. Why I put 50-1? Let me tell you why I put 50-1. It's because you don't know business. Look how many people in here right now. I brought in what they want to talk about. Now it's time for school's in session. You come in here looking for mess. Now school's in session. I've been doing this forever. Then you leave here and say, oh, I like this guy. Right? Wake up. It's like me feeding, you're like a child, and I'm feeding you Brussels sprouts. But then I wrap the paper up like candy. Then the kid wants the candy. They want the wrapping. Open it up. They got Brussels sprouts. It's good for them. I'm giving you Brussels sprouts. I'm good for you. All right. Now listen. Listen. What was they fighting for? What did you guys say? What do you guys say? Bragging rights. They told you what they were fighting for. Bragging rights. Logan Paul won. He got the bragging rights. Did Floyd get the bragging rights? Did Floyd get the bragging rights? No. He was trying to knock him out. He wanted to knock him out, regardless of what y'all say. Ricardo, thank you so much. Listen. Regardless of what y'all say, Floyd wanted to knock him out. I told you guys, okay, a while back, Floyd is a fighter. Floyd wants to fight. He just don't want to take the risk of losing. Floyd was pissed. He tried to put on a smile at the end. I read his face. You see him at the end? When Logan Paul was pointing at the clock and waved, you didn't knock me out. Bragging rights. I won. And there's a reason why Floyd didn't knock him out. And Floyd knows it inside. There's a reason why KSI beat Logan Paul. Exhibition was a draw. In a pro fight, he beat him. KSI did. Floyd couldn't. Who's better, KSI or Floyd? There's a reason why Floyd didn't knock out Logan Paul. Logan Paul was there to get knocked out. Logan Paul was sitting right there to get knocked out. Logan Paul couldn't lift his right arm. He was so tired, his right arm weighed 400 pounds. When he threw it low. He's a YouTuber, 0-1. Big guy, but bone tired. You want to know why Floyd didn't knock him out? Because Floyd will always be Floyd. He doesn't take risk. If Floyd was still afraid of his right hand. He didn't have a right hand with power anymore. When I was calling the fight, Floyd can knock him out. He's bone tired. He's leaning over in the ring, showing Floyd his ass. He had his back turned to Floyd, leaning over, about to throw up. Floyd could have knocked him out. Too afraid to look vulnerable in front of the world. He didn't want to get hit, get shook. Maybe, what if Logan Paul throws his right hand and actually hits me? It can hurt me. What if? That's fighting. If Floyd really wanted, if he was eager enough, had enough of the guts, Floyd would have stopped Logan Paul. It's Logan Paul. He ain't Evander Holyfield. He ain't Mike Tyson. He ain't Oscar De La Hoya. He's Logan Paul. No matter what you guys say about the $50 million, actually it's more than that. It's $120 million. You guys know that? It's $120 million. You guys know that? Floyd ain't make 50. He made $120 million. You guys are shortchanging Floyd. Listen. Floyd, it wasn't just about the money for Floyd. That's why Floyd was in a post-press conference talking about how big he was and stuff like that. Floyd did not like that he didn't knock him out. You want to know why? Because at the end of the day, Floyd is a fighter. Now, let me tell you something about the fight itself. A new member, boy. Let me tell you something about the fight itself. If the fight was scored as a boxing match, Floyd won. But they didn't want judges. If the fight was scored as a boxing match, Floyd won. He beat him. Floyd blocked everything, made a miss. It was a beautiful thing. Here's one thing that I have to reveal. When I was calling the fight in front of 500, you guys see how successful that live stream was? Thank you guys so much. Give you guys a round of applause. And a Tyson Bale. When I was calling that fight in front of 500,000 people, I told you guys, I miss Floyd. Look, I was enjoying myself just because I miss him, bro. Like, I've been I love Floyd. Floyd is one of my favorite fighters ever to watch. I told you guys. I like watching Floyd as much, if not more, than Pacquiao. I like Floyd more than Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao had a greater career, but I like Floyd more. And I think Floyd was a better fighter than him. So when I watched Floyd on Sunday, I actually enjoyed myself. I missed that brother. I missed that dude. How he was making a miss and the stuff that he did. I missed watching that. I really did. I really did. In a boxing match, Floyd won that. In a street fight, people would have given it to Logan Paul. That's why I said Logan Paul won the bragging rights. Floyd should have took the fight more seriously and trained. He did. He did. He did. Floyd trained, but he's 44. He hasn't really been out there in a minute. His timing was messed up. You know, it's just one of those things. He was nervous. See, so was Logan Paul. See, people think that these fighters, Floyd wasn't scared of Logan Paul as much as he was scared of the what if. Everybody is. Mike Tyson writes about it. In Mike Tyson book, read sometimes. Mike Tyson was like, I'm scared every fight. What if I get embarrassed? Of course, they're human beings. You should have fear. I have fear. I've been doing this forever. I have fear every day. What if my camera shuts off? It happened to me. The Showtime app in front of everybody crashed. I thought it was just me. Uh-oh, how do I recover? Everybody has fears. Stop being all up everybody's asses. People are human. Floyd's a human being, okay? But back to my original, the point I was trying to make. If it was a street fight, Logan Paul would have won because Logan Paul had more moments than Floyd. The reason why is Floyd's moments were expected. That's no fair. Floyd is one of the greatest all-time fighters, greatest fighters of all time. All of his moments were expected. A jab here, a little right hand there. But when Logan Paul was going upside his head, boom, 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 ultra combo, going up beside that hairline, yo, bro, even though Floyd blocked every bit of it, that was a moment. Every moment from Logan Paul, everybody cheered. The boy won. Bragging rights. Floyd Mayweather put himself in a position where if he did knock this kid out, it was a lose-lose situation. Because if he knocked the kid out, people are like, why would you go and bully a YouTuber? Huh? Hit the Tyson bell. But him not knocking the kid out, ha ha! Floyd did that for the bag. But integrity-wise, he put himself in a lose-lose situation. Now, financially, this is how he won. Not only did he get to the bag, my man Tute, thinking very small. He didn't just get 50 million in 24 minutes. He got 120 million in 24 minutes. Another thing, Logan Paul signed to Showtime. You're not going to destroy Logan Paul. Floyd Mayweather is invested in Showtime, right? They got Jake Paul too. What did Michael Jordan do when he played for the Wizards? He played for the team he owned. Put more asses in seats. Floyd Mayweather, he played for the team he owned. And put that in your pipe and smoke it. You think they planned it? No. Floyd is pissed that he did knock him out. But what I'm saying is, at the same time, at the end of the day, he's happy that Logan Paul didn't look bad. He's happy he didn't look bad. Smart being smart. Oh, yes. Oh, very smart. Here's another thing. If Floyd really wants to get to the bag, he have to fight Jake. If he really wants to get to the bag, he have to fight Jake. Floyd versus Jake Paul would probably be the biggest fight in the world. That's a damn shame, but that's okay because it's all entertainment. Floyd versus Jake Paul would probably be the biggest fight in the world. If Jake Paul beats Tyron Woodley while Floyd is training him, think about the story. Think about the story. Think about the story. Jake Paul beat beat Ben Askren while Tyron Woodley was training him. Jake Paul goes on, got your hat from Floyd. Floyd talk about, I'm going to kill that mother. Right? Jake Paul. So now Floyd fights Jake Paul, older brother, Logan Paul. Logan Paul survives. Everybody thinking if Logan Paul survives, Jake Paul knock him out. Floyd Mayweather, to get back to Jake Paul, he's going to train Tyron Woodley. If Jake Paul beats Tyron, so he beat Ben Askren, who Tyron trained. If he beats Tyron, who Floyd's training, what's next? Hit the Tyson bell. Pecking order goes up to Floyd. That fight, Jake Paul, if he beats Tyron Woodley, Jake Paul and Floyd would be the biggest fight in the world. And I'm going to tell you this. Jake Paul would be the favorite. He would be the betting favorite. I wouldn't pay for another Floyd and Logan fight, but I would pay for Floyd Jake fight to hopefully see Jake get KO'd. Okay. If Floyd and Jake fight, Jake is the favorite, the betting favorite. Here's the thing. Floyd done messed around and got a tune-up fight on the low against Logan Paul. His bloodline. Floyd messed around, whooped Jake Paul's ass. But that'd be the biggest fight in the world. That'd be the biggest fight in the world. I want to say this real quick. The whole argument that is bad for boxing. Okay? I want to say this. Everybody go to busr.com/showbiz. Place a bet on your favorite fights, okay? How many of you get to the bag? I lost my bag, but it wasn't that much of a bag to lose because BUSR gave us an extra $100. When y'all go to promo code BIZ100, you type in that promo code, you get that extra 100. I lost my bag. I put it on Floyd to knock him out. He promised us he was going to knock him out. I believed him. I lost. So everybody who's saying that ShowBizz, you're hating, shut up. I don't just put in comments. I make my money work. If you ain't betting money on Floyd knocking him out, who's a bigger fan? Who's a bigger fan? You or me? All right, look. Let me tell you this. And I bought the fight twice. I bought the Showtime app and I bought it, and I didn't even ask Showtime for my money back. You want to talk about support? You should have bought the fight twice, like I did, if you love Floyd so much, with his $120 million. So here it is. Was this bad for the sport? Okay. Hell no. Hell no. It's not bad for the sport. It's not. I do want to say this, though. The sport can learn from it. The sport can learn from it. Look, thanks for the super chat. Look, let me tell you this. For everybody who's saying this is bad for the sport, I got numbers. See, I don't care about comments in the war room. I can give a damn about the comments. I love you like a play cousin. But I'm talking about the bottom line, okay? Let's talk about comments versus the bottom line. Live stream. Just a week ago, I called Devin Haney versus Linares, one of the more important fights out there, and it had drama, right? How many views I get? 70,000? I'm talking about numbers. How many views I get? 70,000? 70,000. 70,000. Logan Paul versus Mayweather. What my numbers look like? And look, I don't care. Y'all can't tell me about being a pugilist. I'm a huge pugilist. But let me tell you this, though. Let me tell you where I'm coming from. When Devin Haney versus Linares, I got 70,000 views for the community. Thank you so much, DP. Diz, you feel me? Most viewed video. Yep. I got 70,000 views, Devin Haney versus Linares. We talked some boxing. When Floyd Mayweather fought Logan Paul, and my 500, I'm entertaining 560,000 people. I had the opportunity to bring up Chuck Wepner versus Ali, a history moment. Y'all think I just be playing? Y'all think that's I'm just talking out my ass? Maybe out of the 560,000 people who was watching, maybe 200 are like, Chuck Wepner, who was that? There was an opportunity because I had the attention of hundreds of thousands of people. That's bad for the sport. Tell me how. Tell me how. Tell me how. Stephen Ross, you feel me? Tell me how. I'm trying to make boxing the #1 sport in the world. I want to talk about the purity of the sport. What's better? To have Devin Haney versus Linares, and I'll talk to 70,000 people about the purity of the sport, 70,000 people who already damn know about the purity of the sport, or 600,000 people and 80% of them don't know. What's better for the sport? You tell me. Me being a pugilist and having the attention of 400,000 people who don't even know about that shit stuff. What's better? Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul did a great thing for the sport. It's good for boxing, bro. It's good for boxing. I need ears. I need ears to make boxing the #1 sport in the world again. I need ears, bro. Thank you to Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul, and Showtime. Now, I'm going to go even further, and I told you guys before. We saw an upset with Aries and Jarrett Hurd. Let me tell you what's going on with boxing. You want to know why boxing lost its popularity? You want to know a big reason why boxing lost its popularity? Because people couldn't trust the outcomes anymore. UFC, people trust the outcomes. People couldn't trust the outcomes anymore. They were seeing too many gifts and robberies. They couldn't trust the outcomes. There are so many people who watched the fight and said, I'm done watching it after this moment. And a lot of times it's a negative moment. So with Aries versus Jarrett Hurd, and Jarrett Hurd being the man, and Aries beating his ass that fight, and Aries truly getting the decision, it shouldn't even been a split decision. Should have been unanimous, and that knockdown wasn't a real knockdown. If you want to keep it a buck, he slipped. But that's okay. They got the final decision right. Maybe somebody say, oh, boxing is starting to change for the better. Maybe. Maybe I should start watching the sport more. Maybe. Hit the Tyson bell. Now I'm off my soapbox. All right. That's the coconut milk latte. It doesn't make boxing look like a circus. Everybody knew that was a circus. If you have sense, everybody knew that was a circus. They came for the circus. Let me tell you this. Let me run this by you guys. That was that room temperature. Biz, bring more ears and more eyes to boxing. 100%. And y'all in the war room have an opportunity here to talk to the new guy. A lot of you who didn't even know this channel until Sunday night. Y'all here now. The war room, you can shape and mold these guys, just like Tute, who had no idea who I was, just trying to judge me out the blue. Now his ass got schooled, right? That's what we need. Stop jumping out. Ha, ha. Oh, here, things are even here. The guy got sense. This community has sense. We can go back and forth. Nobody's getting blocked. Hit the Tyson bell. Nobody's getting blocked here. But let me tell you this too. That was my most successful live stream I've ever had. Do you guys want to know what my second most successful live stream was? Token. Yep, my man said, that's me. Do you guys want to know my second most successful live stream? You guys let me know. You guys let me know. What's my second? Roy Jones, Mike Tyson. I'm talking about the numbers. It wasn't Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz. It wasn't Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. It wasn't Danny Garcia versus Errol the True Spence. It wasn't Baranchik versus Zepeda. It wasn't Showtime Sean Porter versus Errol the True Spence. It wasn't Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. It was Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. Another one. Another opportunity to share the pugilism for the casuals. If you're going to ask me if that's bad for the sport, no, it's great for the sport. Let's see what else going on. For having the best boxing channel. Thank you so much, Anthony Miller. Thank you so much. Hit the Tyson bell. Go to busr.com/showbiz. Place a bell on your favorite fights. No, I'm a new channel, so I didn't even go live for Conor and Floyd. I don't even know if was I even around? I don't even think I was able to do live streams. I'm very new. I'm a very new channel. This is a new community, all right? But we're doing very well. I'm always present. There you go, bro. Biz, you know your stuff as I do. Haven't been a avid boxing fan for 56 years. It would be interesting to see the average age of our community. The average age of our community is actually above 30. Most people in our community is over 30. We got a very mature community. We do, but we're bringing the light in. More is getting younger and younger. Our community is starting to get younger and younger. You were around. I was around, but I couldn't go live. I think I had 500 subscribers. I think I had like 500 subscribers. I just started. I couldn't even go. So when you're a YouTuber, you can't go live right away. You got to have 1,000 subscribers and stuff like that. Yeah, 31. I'm 13. My man, I'm 25. Oh, this is beautiful right here. I'm 18. Praise God. 70. You're 70? I had no idea. 26. I'm turning 23 next month. What up, Biz? Boy. My man said he's 100. 21, 24, 21, 96, 29. Wow. I'm the same as Luis Ortiz. That is the funniest right there. That's the funniest. 96, 120, 22, 40. Yeah. Y'all some grown folk. Ali did a celebrity boxing match. Yes. Why do we keep saying that point? Yes. No one says that Floyd shouldn't have it. Why you keep bringing up Ali? Mike Tyson did too. Why y'all keep Mike Tyson did too? A lot of people. Roy Jones fought a fan. He fought a fan. Larry Holmes fought Butterbean. This has been going on forever. It's been going on forever. Floyd Mayweather fought the Big Show. Nobody's denying that. We're having a good time here. I called the fight, had a ball. You know what? Here's the thing. I think in this community, I think you guys who are extremely heavy Floyd fans, I think you guys are coming in here overly protective of Floyd, and you don't have to be. You can just hear the truth on Floyd. You know, you can hear the truth of it and be fine. There's no hate on Floyd. I can say that Floyd is 50-0. And when it comes to this new world, this exhibition world, okay, which is more fugazi than the sweet science of boxing, Floyd is 0-1. Perception is reality in this bragging rights. Jake, in the Paul world, there's a new world. Floyd doesn't run it. The Pauls do. The Paul world, okay? Now, Floyd could have chosen something else. Floyd Mayweather could have chosen the Legends Only League with Mike Tyson. Now, that's for retired fighters who's going to fight other retired fighters. That's different. Mike Tyson talking about fight Lennox Lewis. See, that's different. Cotto Marquez, that's different. Floyd could have dove into that. That would have been different. That would have been different. He dove into the Paul world. The Paul world is social media ran. The Paul world ain't, oh, he landed more shots. It's he's out there throwing a bunch of punches and ha, got your hat. That's a victory. And if those are the rules, Floyd won in his rules of the sweet science. He did it as good, if not better, than everybody. He won there. Now you're in a weird world of social media. Bragging rights got your hat. See, Floyd is embarrassed. My boy ShowBizz always speaking the real logic. 100%. Floyd press conference comments calmed my upset. Hit the Tyson band. He's in a different world. What did I say? Remember when I said there is a real dirt road way of Logan Paul winning? Remember that? How many of you guys were there? There's a way Logan Paul can win. Remember that? And I said if he beats Floyd by doing the Floyd. If he beats Floyd by doing the Floyd. The way Logan Paul won, Floyd ain't like that shit. Or the way he survived, at least. Floyd ain't like that. That is how Floyd was fighting a way that Manny Pacquiao was like, he did a lot of running, and many of them ain't like that. They didn't like the way Floyd was winning. I can't fight this guy. Floyd got a piece of his own medicine. Oh, wait a second. He can hug me all day long and the refs let it go because it's an exhibition. They don't want anybody hurt. Floyd is trying to walk him down and whoop his ass. Oh, he hits me. He jabs. I block. He throws a feint and then hug me. And y'all letting this go? Floyd's frustrated. Get off me. He's talking to the referee. He's putting his elbow in the neck of Logan Paul, pushing him back. He made his nose bleed by hitting him with a forearm. That's why Victor Ortiz headbutted Floyd. Floyd was putting his elbow out there doing. Victor was looking at the referee. He headbutted Floyd. Maidana bit his hand. That's what Floyd was going through with Logan Paul. Hybrid sports events are the wave of the future. That's what was going on. Big facts. He was hugging. And Floyd is like, you let him get away with this? Yes, it's an exhibition, and I don't want anybody hurt. That's how people were tripping out on Floyd when Kenny Bayless, when they were in Vegas. Maidana's like, Kenny Bayless, you letting this guy keep his elbow out and do, I'm going to bite his hand, hit him low. They were frustrated. Same thing. And everybody, including myself, hey, that's the way of the world. He can get away with it. He won. Beat him at it. If you can't adjust, too bad. Floyd won. And I'm going to keep that same energy. Floyd, you're in a bragging rights, got your hat world, social media, world, the circus world. And they're going to protect them. And they're going to let them hold. And I don't want anybody hurt. And look at the time. And I won. And I survived. Bragging rights. I got to keep the same energy. Who was I going for? Floyd. I don't like this whole thing where the Pauls are running things and beating my heroes. Logan Paul going upside Floyd's head and waving at the camera, and Jake Paul's like, yes, 2-1, and all that. And I don't like that. Floyd's my hero. But it's not about what I like. Y'all don't pay me, and y'all pay me. The people pay me with super chats and stuff like that, and with your views, and hitting the like button and subscribing. Everybody, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the like button. I cannot go off my feelings. It's my job to give you guys what you paid for. Okay. It's not Floyd's fault people keep paying him for these trash fights. It's ours. We must vote with our wallets. Hey, bro, but I hear you. You can try to stand up and whatever. But let me tell you something, man. A lot of people had a ball seeing Logan Paul survive against Floyd. Just the expression on Floyd's face for a lot of these people who've been hating him forever. And the thing is, Logan Paul had it right. Logan Paul said, look at how many people hate Floyd. Did you guys see him in this podcast? He said, everybody, everywhere I go all over the world, they like beat Floyd. Why? Because Floyd beat their favorite fighter. Floyd beat their favorite fighter. They hate him. There's people who paid the $50 just to see that expression on Floyd's face in the final round when Logan Paul was waving and said what he said. I survived. And then Floyd was like, ah! And then the time ran out. And then he tried to put on that fake smile. That $50 were worth it for them. Okay? And that's the coconut milk latte. That's the truth. That's the truth. And the thing about us saying how much money Floyd made, Floyd always made money. That doesn't hurt. Look, everybody coming with the Floyd Mayweather made a lot of money argument. Nobody really cares because they're not getting the money and they're not losing the money. They don't care. They just want to, that's not affecting anybody. Floyd made a lot of money. He's always been making a lot of money. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm gonna tell y'all this, and we need you casuals. We need you casuals who just count people's money. Look at the sport. There's a lot of people who just they paid to watch what happened. Believe it or not, they're not paying to say, dang, he made another 10 million right there. Oh, he made another 20 million. I'm excited. There are people who actually watch the product. When I watch movies, I don't say, man, they just made another 20 million. I watch the damn movie. I want to see how good the movie is. I don't count the monies of the producers and whatever, right? So there's a lot of people who watch the fight and don't care about how much money he made. They're just like, oh, that was a lot of fun. And I'm going to repeat this point. I did have fun. I had fun. I have fun seeing the Chuck Wepner moments where Logan Paul was sloppy, half cheating, looking like a mess. He looked like a mess. His hair was wet, swinging like a club fighter, looking like a mess. But just with his overall size, Floyd was over extra cautious. But then Floyd was making a miss, hit him with a pot shot, jump with a left hook. It was fun. I had a good time. But don't forget, I got a problem. If somebody get punched in the face, I'm usually happy. I've been telling my boys the same thing. Paul out Floyd. Yep. Go back and watch Pacquiao Floyd. Floyd jab, hold Pacquiao, try to get going, hold Floyd, head feint, jab, hold Floyd, was pissed against Paul. Yeah. I'm going to say this though. I'm going to say this, and this is going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. Especially people who think they are Floyd, love Floyd Mayweather so much that they can't hear anything what they perceive to be negative about Floyd. Floyd is one of the greatest fighters ever. Okay. And I got 800 people in here. Everybody hit the like button. Let's get 2,000 people in here. Everybody, please hit the like button. Floyd is one of the very greatest fighters of all time. There's not too many people technically more skilled than him, period. And Floyd is the only Floyd ever. Floyd changed the boxing world. He did. He changed the whole boxing world. He birthed so many other little Floyds who think like Floyd, okay? But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to stand on this. It's not even a debate. Manny Pacquiao is greater than Floyd, bro. I know. Dude, Manny Pacquiao taking on Errol the True Spence and Floyd and Logan Paul surviving with Floyd. I understand Floyd is retired, but character, what makes you great, what we can be inspired by. I'm not even trying to hear it. Manny Pacquiao is greater than Floyd, bro. Manny Pacquiao is greater than Floyd, bro. He's greater. Floyd Mayweather is a better boxer. Manny Pacquiao is greater, bro. Dude, Manny Pacquiao's character, he wouldn't have cared if Logan Paul could possibly hit him. He wouldn't have cared. Manny Pacquiao would have went in there and knocked out Logan Paul. And I'm not talking about early. That's a big kid. But he would have damaged Logan Paul. He would have damaged him in a way that I thought Floyd Mayweather would have damaged him. And it's not a big deal. Logan Paul's a kid. Logan Paul is a YouTube kid. All right? I mean, well, he's a grown-ass man. Not going to disrespect him. I mean, I'm 40. I think everybody's a kid. But I'm just saying, the reason why Floyd didn't do, he was capable of doing what I'm talking about Manny Pacquiao would have done, but Floyd doesn't take risks. That taking risk is what makes you great. Taking risk in life, bro, let me tell you something. There's big things that's ahead of me. All right? I'm going to let the light in a little bit. There's big things ahead of me. Okay? And I wouldn't have had those big things being even a possibility if I didn't bet on myself and quit my career and chose a new career, which is this. I blew the roof off my ceiling because of risk. I'm more inspired by Manny. I am more inspired by Manny Pacquiao. He's greater. I like Floyd more. I'm more of a fan of Floyd. But Manny Pacquiao is more inspirational. Many people don't agree. I think Floyd is showing his age. He is human. He is. He did a good job not getting hit, but he wasn't able to shoot a close under the jab, and the speed of his punches seems slower. Athletically, if Floyd gets back into fighting shape, Floyd will give prime fighters right now issues. Floyd athletically, physically looked good, in my opinion. Everything else, him being half slow, was him questioning the punches he was going to throw and stuff like that. If Floyd was in better shape here, Floyd is getting older, but Floyd is preserved very well. He's preserved very, like, I looked at a guy that, like I said, if he was getting back into it, you know, Floyd would give Manny Pacquiao trouble right now, if not beating. But as far as greatness, Floyd could probably beat Manny now if here. But see, look, he's capable. I don't know if he's able. Back to that. Because the reason why Manny Pacquiao hurt Floyd in their fight, the reason why that fight was so boring is because Floyd was reluctant to engage with Manny. Manny had one arm. He was reluctant to engage. The reason why Marquez knocked out Manny Pacquiao is because he gave a damn. Hit the Tyson bell. You got to understand, there was, towards the tail end of Floyd Mayweather's career, he was more about not losing than winning. He wanted to preserve that which was making him an even a worse fighter. If Floyd Mayweather, he would have stayed undefeated still if he would have fought Keith Thurman and fought him. But he didn't want to take the chance. That's why the Manny Pacquiao fight looked like that. But if Floyd Mayweather went back to being a fighter, there ain't too many people would beat him. Floyd let Logan live because no one will want to see him versus Jake if he destroyed him. Floyd will train Woodley to lose to Jake. Now there is mega fight, Floyd versus Jake. Floyd makes 300 mils. Brilliant. I see the play. Then you're off Floyd. You must be Floyd Mayweather. You're saying a lot of things. And I don't, but thanks for the super chat. You know, I can't confirm, but nice way to express, you know. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if he'll train Tyron to lose to Jake. I'm not sure if Floyd would ever fight again. I don't even know if he'll ever fight again. All right. I would think money wise, like y'all saying, you know, he'll do anything for the money. It'll be calling him. It'll be calling him like Chris Rock on New Jack City. Let me see. Pale faces mad. Okay, so the racism there. I got it. I'm sorry, brother. The racism, I'm gonna have to hide you. We don't really. The only reason why I put that up, is to show everybody that we don't do racism either way. All right, just shows a weakness, and it's we're more positive. So let's talk some positivity. Let's bring the light in real quick. Let's bring the light in. Tell your mother, tell your father, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your son, tell your daughter, tell your husband, tell your wife, tell your girlfriend, tell your boyfriend, tell your best friend. If they're right next to you, you tell them. And if they're far away, you text them. And then if they're no longer here, you look up in the sky and say, I love you. Hit the Tyson bell. Let the light in. All right? Everybody that you love, okay? Let them smell the roses while they're still here. Let them know you love them. You are right. Greatest and best are two different things. Oh, yeah. Best refers to skill. Yeah, only. Greatest is attempting the impossible. Yeah, regardless of outcome plus skill. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I love you, mama. I love that. Am I going to Vegas August 21st? I don't know. Let's see what else we got. ShowBizz dream match. Floyd versus Roy. No. Roy Jones versus Sugar Ray Robinson, closer. Roy would destroy Floyd. He's too big, too fast, too good. But yeah, if Floyd versus Duran would be nicer. I would like that. Let me see. You guys say 50-1. Hey, I feel you. 50-0-1. I feel you. I 51-0 is neither to me. I think he's 50-0, and in this world of bragging rights and got your hat and shit, he's 0-1. He's 0-1. Logan Paul won. They fought for bragging rights. Logan Paul won, bro. He won. I hate it. I hate it. He won. If they fought for victory, they have judges. So bragging rights, Floyd would either have to knock him out or Logan Paul survived. It's all for bragging rights. Who got more bragging rights? Who got more bragging rights? Floyd knew how much money he was going to make before he fought the fight. Who got more bragging rights? Man on man. Logan Paul against Floyd. Man on man. What can Floyd, if he punched him a few times, you're supposed to. You're an Olympian, 50-0, all-time great fighter. Who got more bragging rights? Logan. He won a hugging contest. He's supposed to. He's an 0-1 YouTuber. Logan ain't a fighter. He's an 0-1 YouTuber. What do you want him to do? Stand toe-to-toe, try to box with Floyd? He was out on his feet, bone tired. When Floyd was fighting Maidana and putting his elbow in his neck and getting away with it, keep doing it. If Kenny Baylor's going to let you get away with it, yes, keep doing it. When Lomachenko lost against Salido, and Salido kept hitting him low, and the ref wasn't docking him a point, keep doing it. Hit the Tyson bell. Don't be an idiot. If it's working for you and they're not docking you a point, keep doing it. Oh, that was another thing. Badu Jack was another person that got the light shined on him. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That knockout, that body shot was beautiful. Badu Jack had a light shined on him. But this is not a real fight. In a real fight, Logan Paul would definitely whoop his ass. In a real fight, you can kick, Logan Paul's too big. He'll pick up Floyd and slam him against. If they were fighting in a bar, he'll walk and grab Floyd and throw him over the bar table. Okay? I'm not sure about, but if a real boxing match, Floyd would have waited even longer and he would have passed out on his face in the 12th round. What we can say is this. Floyd looked better against Conor McGregor because he was fresh. He was still fighting. He was still a pro fighter. He looked better against Conor McGregor. The Floyd that fought Conor McGregor probably would have knocked out Logan Paul. Probably would have knocked him out. What else we got? People still pay for Floyd to lose. Yeah. That's the thing. That no one was, not too many people other than myself and a lot of other pugilists was actually entertained by Floyd. I was thoroughly entertained by Floyd. I was entertained by Floyd Sunday night, not Logan so much. Logan was hilarious. I was cracking up. But as far as in the ring, I was entertained by little Floyd, like making him. I was entertained by that, like how he's making a miss. And I'm like, he still got reflexes, and I was happy. I was looking at Floyd like, I'm happy you look like that. I mean, you know what I mean? Logan came in to fight KSI, but Logan trained to survive against Floyd. I think Floyd felt Logan would try to fight more. It doesn't matter what Floyd felt. I tell you this. Logan couldn't. Logan looked like he did against KSI, bro. Logan didn't look different than KSI. Y'all think Logan looked different than he did against KSI? Logan almost passed out on the floor against KSI. He was bone tired in the second round. Logan doesn't have wind. He looked like, except for KSI, was sloppier than Logan. It was a mess. It was a mess. They were barely hitting each other, falling and shit. It was a mess. Hitting the other one while the other one was down. When you got two guys looking like a mess, of course. Logan Paul was trying to beat Floyd. You saw him going upside his head the whole first round. Boom, 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 shoe shining him. He tried to beat him. He was so bone tired. He didn't train to survive. He was surviving. Floyd wasn't taking any risk and allowing him to do that. Man. Thoughts about Floyd saying Pac needs to fight. I don't have any thoughts on that. Okay. The best thought I can come up with, since you paid me for it, was Floyd's trying to look in his bank account. Shut the hell up. Stay in your bank account. And Manny Pacquiao shouldn't be looking at Floyd's bank account. Manny is doing his thing. I'm assuming Manny is filthy rich. He's richer than me. But that's not what I'm into. I don't care. Okay? The reason why Floyd may even be saying that is because Floyd doesn't understand it. He doesn't have the character. Why will you fight Errol Spence? We're different animals, which is why I said Manny Pacquiao is greater. He's a different animal. The only thing Floyd can possibly think of is you must be doing it for money. I spoke to Mike Tyson personally. Mike Tyson doesn't need to box another second. Y'all got to try. I've been in the world of Mike Tyson, and I'm like, this guy doesn't need to box another second. Y'all saw me do videos showing his whole manner. I'm like, this guy doesn't have to box another second. For him, not fighting is dying. If you're not like that, you won't get it. Let me see. Love how my comment had a delayed effect and created the prime EJ versus Pac discussion. Yeah. Pac community. Best community. I'm sorry. Can't wait for the list of historic fights, Biz. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What else we got? Most people don't know that Floyd bet on himself to go the full 8, which is why he held Logan up after the monster right hand to the chin. He bet on himself to go to full 8. I didn't know that. If that's the case, then I hope that wasn't the case. If that's the case, man. You know, I don't know. Floyd versus Gotti, my favorite version of Floyd. What's yours? Yeah, Floyd versus Gotti. Anything around there. Floyd versus Diego Corrales, Floyd versus Zab Judah. He was just ridiculous. Like Floyd around there was just Logan did great. He did do great. He didn't do something stupid and try to outbox Floyd. Yeah, he did great. Used the size and tied him up like Klitschko style. Yeah, he did exactly what he had to do. He did fantastic. Thoughts on KSI? I don't have thoughts on KSI. I wish I did. I just don't. All right. Pretty boy, way better than Money. Way better? I don't know. Money would probably beat Pretty Boy in a fight, believe it or not. Money would sit there and probably see all kinds of flaws in Pretty Boy and capitalize. What makes Money so brilliant is he had bad shoulders and he had brittle hands. Both of his hands were fractured, and he found out how to adjust and beat the greatest fighters in the world at the time. He just beaten. This guy had the nerve to be out of boxing for almost 2 years and beat Marquez so badly that they saw it as a cherry pick. The guy was out of boxing for years, came back, fought Marquez, who's fighting Manny Pacquiao tooth and nail, ended up knocking Manny Pacquiao out. And people saw Floyd, saw it as a cherry pick. Floyd was something. Logan was way more offensive than with KSI, and Floyd walked him down from round 3 on. True, Logan has no gas tank, but he was swinging for the KO against KSI. But KSI isn't Floyd. Because you're fighting a different guy differently doesn't mean that you only fought to survive. If you're in there with Floyd, you will realize one swing, pop, another swing, pop. I'm gonna stop swinging so much. I got to calculate it. When I swing against KSI, I could just swing. You know better. You know better, Prada. You know better. You know better. I don't think you're really thinking all the way, but you know better. You know, I got more respect for you than that. You know better. There's no way I have to explain that. My brother Andre was there in person, up close assessment. Floyd was stinging him with great body shots, but couldn't reach Floyd's chin. Yeah, because Logan was putting those arms out. It's hard, bro. It's hard. Floyd would have to walk him down better. And when he did, Floyd put himself in a position to get clinched. Not on purpose as far as, hey, clinch me, but I don't want to get hit. See, Floyd was trying to hit without getting hit. He was trying to punch and be defensive, and that never really works well. That's what happens when you ain't been in there for a while. So Floyd would smother himself. He'll throw one big shot, and then he'll step in. And so Logan don't counter him. So while he's trying not to get countered and Logan is trying not to get hit anymore, they fall right into the clinch. It was obvious to see. If Floyd was more risky, Floyd could have threw combinations and knocked him out. But Floyd would throw one shot. Even Floyd was trying to be defensive. He didn't want the risk of this big guy catching him. He didn't want the risk. Everything you get a new subscriber, I get proud. Oh, every time. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mayweather versus Marquez, my favorite fight. Man, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. ShowBizz tries to please everyone. Not exactly. Not exactly. I'm going to tell you, my opinion is never one way because nothing is one way. So I don't sit there and say Tyson Fury is just all amazing. No, Tyson Fury kind of lied here. Tyson Fury doesn't throw combinations well, but Tyson Fury is a slick boxer, and Tyson Fury got great footwork, but also nobody has tested Tyson Fury's body enough. Everything got levels, and that's why a lot of people love this boxing channel, because I understand that there are pros and cons, like the Reasonable Doubt album, right? The Reasonable Doubt album, he didn't say just selling drugs is amazing. He said the evils, right? He said the streets is watching. It's not just the party, it's also the BS. You can get killed. I don't trust anybody. Nothing is just good, right? It's just like me doing this YouTube. Oh man, dude, ShowBizz get to talk about his favorite thing, but then your favorite thing becomes work, and that's terrible when boxing becomes work, right? Now everybody think I'm a liar. So when I first started out, I was the same person, but now I'm growing. Oh, you're a liar. I'm the same dude. No, I think you're a liar. I think you're just trying to please everybody. I'm the same dude. That's the drawback. Is everybody just have their perceptions of what you are. And it's like, I'm the same ShowBizz. I'm the same guy. I'm giving stuff away. I love you guys. No, you're only doing this for money. Oh, he's part of the Illuminati. It's like, I'm sitting in my basement, the same dude. That's the good and bad. The same dude. The good and bad, bro. So when it comes to boxing, I talk about the good and bad. I'm not trying to please everybody. Floyd Mayweather did good things. He did bad things. It's just a reality, right? I'm just telling the truth. Biz is the same dude. Yeah, I'm the same dude. And then look at this. Part of the Illuminati. So he's on crack. I got coffee. It turns me up. Oh, it must be illegal drugs that he's snorting through his nose with 3 kids. Like, what? He can't be caffeinated. It must be crack. He can't be happy. Nah, Biz, they just giving you a hard time. Tell them to shut up. Black two sugars. I was going to say something else, and it slipped my mind a little bit, and it was going to be about Floyd Mayweather against Logan Paul. I don't know. ShowBizz, what's your height? I'm 5'10", 202 pounds. I don't know, and I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. I don't know if no way Floyd fights Thurman or Spence. Pac is greater than Floyd. Hey, look at Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson is a guy. This is I'm sorry to bring you guys one way and then bring you all the way back, but Eric Johnson just let me know something. Eric Johnson, I'm very impressed by you, brother. Very impressed. This is a guy who we don't agree maybe 70% of the time. Sometimes at the very beginning, he disagreed because he thought I had an agenda, and he stuck around and got to know me. Me and him argued many times, but no hard feelings. He doesn't hate me. I don't hate him. And look, we agreed on something, and we're going to disagree in about 20 minutes. All the while, super chat. You can't get a more manly individual than Eric Johnson, bro. He says his thoughts. That's a man right there, bro. He's never in his feelings. Yeah, and we're in a war room. A lot of you guys who's getting to know me realize, yo, man, we let the light in the war room. We could just go back and forth, and it's all good. I'll be back tomorrow, ready to lace him up and go toe to toe again. I've said some harsh things to Eric, and Eric done said some harsh things back, but we good. That's just what you do. You get hyped up about your point. But I don't know if Floyd Mayweather fights again. I'll tell you this though. Floyd Mayweather has a huge ego, and Floyd Mayweather doesn't want to look vulnerable ever. Got Your Hat pissed him off because the hamstring hair upstairs. Okay. Got Your Hat pissed him off. He looked disheveled. He looked vulnerable. He didn't look like the perfect Floyd Mayweather. Got Your Hat. You weren't quick enough to move your head. None of that. Got Your Hat. Now you're a normal person like the rest of us. Right? That I killed that mother. He was pissed. Floyd Mayweather, he got a lot of money, and he keeps leaning on money. He keeps saying, look how much money I'm making. Who won at the end of the day? Look how much money I can lean on money. But there is a thing in Floyd that makes him a human being. That's not just look how much money I'm making. I'm telling you guys that, and y'all don't realize it because he's constantly bringing up the money. He's constantly bringing up the money. Let me give you an idea. Let me give you an example. You know those girls on Instagram who's always having a picture? It could be your girl. But the women always got a picture with a filter. Now how they look. They got the filter. Dreamy eyes, no blemish on the skin. Got the angle right. Maybe a little overweight, but makes their neck look skinny. Right? Look at me. Making you Stevie wonder what they are inside. That's what Floyd doing. And y'all falling for it. Look how much money I got. Who really won? Money. He's trying to put a blanket over shit. He's trying to cover up in here. I should have knocked him out. Floyd, after that fight, he's going, I should have knocked him out. They're walking around, I survived, bragging rights. Jake Paul, Got Your Hat. I hate them. That's the facts, bro. Now, and y'all believe it. Look how much money. He robbed me. He told me he was going to rob me. He told me in my face that he doesn't respect me and that he's going to rob me, and you're going to just applaud getting robbed because you're under my magic wand. Look how much money he made, ShowBizz. He robbed us. He told us he was going to do it, and we're going to love it. But at the end of the day, in here, I should have knocked his ass out. I'm telling you, I got a cash app. You can't cover that up. $2 for if Tank wins, we need to see him at 147 one day. Yeah, but my thing is, if Tank wins, I would want to see him at 140 and wait for everybody else to catch up. There's life at 140. 140 is beautiful. It's one of my favorite weight divisions. For the people saying that he wrong, that Logan won. Sure, Floyd won the actual fight, but Logan got away more credibility out of that fight. So Logan won. Yes. Is that Vince McMahon? Yes. Who is that? Is that you? It looks like Vince. Yes. You look like Vince McMahon, bro. Is that hold on, I'm sorry. But yes. Logan won. Logan won. That's the truth. Yeah, Stephen Ross. My wife do that all the time. Damn. Let the light in. My bad. But you know your wife. You know what she's covering up. Help her with that, bro. Help her with that. You got it. Matter of fact, my bad. I knew it was going to hit home, but my man don't give a damn. Hey, my wife does that. Here, here's super chat, $5. He can give a shit. He obviously is like, hey, man, I love guys like you, too. I love guys like you. You my guy, bro. You're my guy. ShowBizz advice. I know. Hey, everybody, if you need some advice, hit me up. I haven't been getting the ShowBizz advice emails lately. I think I came at the last guy so harshly that people are like, wait a minute, I ain't going to put my stuff out there. But I never say your name. Come on, man. ShowBizz advice tomorrow. Make sure you hit me up. What Black Suns World got to say? Shout out to Black Suns World. Logan was going to always win. Yeah. It was a no-win situation for Floyd. Yeah. So his only win is to lean on the money. Yes. Black Suns World, my man is full of common sense. That's my brother, by the way. Shout out to Black Suns World. Go to his channel and subscribe. Yeah, he's absolutely right. If Floyd would have knocked him out, that would have been sick. I told you guys. I thought Floyd was going to whoop his ass. And I said, and when he does, you're going to realize why boxing hands are illegal and registered. He shouldn't be fighting just a kid down the street. He was going to lose if he whooped him. He broke his nose, broke his orbital bone, knocked him out. He was going to lose then. Now he survived. He definitely lost. Floyd would have been a huge villain if he would have done that. I'll bet money on it too. Floyd showed that mentally he's flawed. Mayweather. Always been. But you know what, though? We all are. I'm crazy as hell. Look at me. I'm crazy as hell. Only a crazy man. Take my shoes off for today. Only a crazy man would buy these. I'm rocking the Yeezy foams right now. I showed my members this. Baby. Only a crazy man will wear. Something about my brain said that was okay to do. And I love them too. That's ShowBizz. I think because they're so ugly. Then I'm like, these are flawed. I want them. ShowBizz. Logan's are in Floyd's world, not the other way around. How much did they each get? If you keep repeating how much you love Floyd, do you really? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you think I love him or not. No, I don't give a damn. I just know how I am. I don't have to prove it to you guys. I don't love him, because I don't know him, but I'm a big fan of his. And I enjoyed him on Sunday. I just enjoyed seeing that guy fight. That's all. But as far as no, he's there. He's the money, yeah. But they got to fight with Floyd. You don't get it? Floyd didn't fight Errol Spence when he wanted to fight him. Floyd didn't fight Keith Thurman. He didn't fight Manny Pacquiao. They got the fight with Floyd. Floyd saw it as valuable to fight an 0-1 YouTuber. Yeah, he's supposed to get less money, but look at what they damn did. They're not as famous as Floyd right now, but Floyd just got your hat on his platform. They're snapping. Dog, if you don't realize it, they're snapping. How about this? Floyd versus Tension. How many people saw that fight? Floyd versus Logan Paul. It wasn't just Floyd, baby. It wasn't just Floyd, baby. Let me see. Last super chat, last couple super chats, then I'm a bounce. I gotta hit the gym, man. I gotta hit the gym. Let me see. AJ footwork training for Usyk uploaded to YouTube today. Yeah, so according to Eddie Hearn, let me read this Twitter finger real quick, and then we'll read a couple more of the super chats. And then I got some business to take care of. I just got some text. All right, so here's real quick. I gotta get busy, make this channel even bigger. We're gonna grow even bigger. I got some stuff to do though. So Eddie Hearn has declared that he believes Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk will be signed this week for September in London. Fight in process of being finalized. I haven't reported any of it. You want to know why, brother? I that's what happens. I want AJ versus Usyk way more than Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. I've seen Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury twice already. I want to see AJ versus Usyk, but I'm not even reporting it, bro. Until that thing finalized. I learned my lesson. It had me look like a damn fool. Okay, I've learned every bit of that lesson. Eric Johnson made me look like a damn fool. Eric Johnson II came up here, made me look like a damn fool. All right, so I'm good. Andre, but I hope they fight. I'm all for it. I want that fight more than anything. I'll just make the videos once it's finalized. But I'm chilling. Andre Ward said there is no moral victories in boxing. They weren't boxing. And that was all Logan wanted. A 26-year-old heavyweight survived against a 44-year-old welterweight. He wasn't a heavyweight. He's just a guy. He's a YouTuber. He's just a dude. He got the fight with Floyd over everybody and then survived it. All right. That was the bragging rights. That wasn't a pugilistic boxing match. That's what Andre Ward is talking about. There's no bragging rights. There's no moral victories in that. I'm talking about the other world that Floyd Mayweather is now 0-1 in. The bragging rights world. That's a fugazi social media. See, y'all blending the two. And I'm having a hard time blending the two. Let me see. What else we got? Frankie Baines, my God, real talk. If Floyd would have Drago versus Apollo, baby, yeah, would have shed tears. Yes, you can't do that. He couldn't do that. He couldn't do that. All right, man, look, so I'm about to go, man. Thank you guys so much, man. This was a fantastic show. I should do a longer show tomorrow. I see you guys kind of really want to do 2-hour shows now, so I got to amp it up. I got to pump up the volume a little bit. We do need to start doing some more ShowBizz advice, so hit me up with that, man. ShowBizz, don't forget, hit the like button on your way out. Go to busr.com/ShowBizz. Place a bet on your favorite fights. I'm out. The Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder autographed boxing glove has just been shipped. Okay, so it'll be here in a couple days. And then I'll be able to display it, and we'll be giving that away. Deontay Wilder, sponsored by busr.com. We'll be giving away Deontay Wilder autographed boxing glove, along with Tyson Gypsy King Furies for their fight July 24th. I'm out.